All right. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm gonna lower this a little bit so you can see the actual work that I'm doing. Okay, so I am gonna be working on pieces for the studio. So these are original pieces that I'm creating that will get fired as bisque that people can then paint. So I have what you're seeing right now. This is my clay, my big old block of clay. Let me make sure chats are visible. So I'm just gonna take a hunk off. Let's see. I need to make a fair amount of pieces, and I've been working with some pretty small pieces recently, so I'm gonna try to work with a bigger chunk this time. So, chunk this big. We're gonna lay that down, and I'm gonna wrap my clay back up. So this is was a 25-pound block of clay. There was another one identical to it, and so I got a box of 50 pounds. So I'm gonna move this back. Okay. So it's important to keep it sealed up so that it retains its moisture and doesn't dry out. Because you don't really have to add water to it when you're working. So, couple of things. So I am like brand spanking new to, you know what? I might move this so that you can maybe see me and see my work. And I might try to do more of an aerial view. So bear with me as I try things out. Where can I put the bubble machine? Sorry, this man cave truly is like a family cave. Okay. Hopefully I'm not making anybody dizzy. Okay. Oh. Trying to angle this down. How do I move this around?
To bend it down, there's a little.
I know, but then it's sideways.
Hold on a second.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gaming right now. I'm afraid I'll die. Hold on a second.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, I may try to. There's so much stuff. That doesn't work. Hey Sandra, sorry, bear with me as I try to maneuver things around. I can't unscrew this. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Okay. that better? Okay. Well, you guys can see my hands and see my work. You don't need to see my face. You all know what I look like. So this is my clay. This right here is what's called a wedging board. And wedging is the process that you do to, once you've cut your clay. And again, if there's artists out there, feel free to correct me because I've been doing this for like a week. So I am by no means claiming to be an expert at all. But basically this is a spare board that I had from another project I did for the studio. So I will turn this around. So it was a wood board, so you can see that. I bought canvas, fabric canvas at Joann Fabrics and covered the board in canvas. So basically the clay will not stick to the canvas, so it makes working with it a lot easier. So yeah, so this is my, what you call a wedging board. So I have to work this clay into itself, work it together. Then I have my rolling pin. I bought this specifically to use with my clay because I have another rolling pin that I use for baking. I just didn't want to have to kind of do double duty between the two. Then I have, these are just dowel rods that I have, and
They see nothing.
they see your feet.
Oh.
Well, they see. You're gonna have to like crouch down right here.
Or right here.
No.
No? Right here.
Yeah. You're such a dork.
Look at little sweets.
Wait. Yeah.
That's sweets.
Oh.
Feet.
So these are little square dowel rods, probably 1/4 of an inch. And these are my guides to know how thick to roll my clay slab out. So I'm going to use these once I mix the clay into itself. I don't think this can really, yeah, you guys are going to shake too much. So hang on 1 second, because I'm actually going to take this, put it on the ground, and you guys can still see, so there we go. Playing with clay, I gotta say, is actually pretty therapeutic. Even though I'm not spinning at a wheel, it's pretty darn therapeutic. Just take it and toss it.
You want this open up? I think a mosquito got me.
Really?
Maybe.
And then, okay, so I'm just gonna get down here on the floor and you guys can still see what's going on with the clay. This is hard work too. And again, if you guys are artists and you work with clay and you see that I'm doing anything wrong, feel free to let me know and give me tips and pointers, because I am an absolute noob at this. Ugh. feel like that is probably good enough. Okay. All right. Whew. I'm out of breath now, y'all. Okay, so hopefully this has properly been mixed together. That was a workout. That, or I'm out of shape, or a little bit of both. So I'm actually going to take this now because it's a little too much to work with all at one time. I will probably end up using all of this tonight, but there's my little tools, and I'm just gonna cut this in half. Ugh. So let me check and make sure there hasn't been any. Okay, haven't missed any comments. Okay, so I'm going to start to roll this out. It's pretty thick over here, so actually I think I need to stand up for this. Okay, then I'm going to get my guides so I don't go too thin.
Sage wants to know what you're making.
So I'm going to be making some ornament pieces. I feel like there's a lot of bubbles in this. Some pieces that will be used as ornaments. Or they can be made into magnets. So when I'm creating these, basically, once you make it into what you want, then it's called greenware. So then you have to fire that, and then that becomes your bisque, and that can then be glazed. And this is low fire clay that I'm using, and then we use low fire glaze. Uh-oh, there's a hair that got caught. Okay. And actually, I think I might cut this again. So it's easier to work with. My edge is a little better. So I use these dowels as my guide because once the rolling pin hits them, then I've reached the thickness that I'm looking for. Sorry, this table is just shaky and you about came down with me. Okay.
do this, bro. Okay.
See, this isn't. And then that, I feel like that didn't get worked in. Okay, one thing about me, if you don't already know, is I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So sometimes creating is supposed to be free-flowing, right? And being a perfectionist, especially with anxiety and everything, if it's not perfect, that can be a bit of a struggle for me. So if I get frustrated and I say, okay, this live stream is over, then you know what happened.
I'm frozen over here, so I don't know if they're frozen too.
I don't know. Are you guys frozen?
No, they're still moving.
I feel like I've messed this up. My piece has gotten smaller and smaller. So I'm trying to create more pieces for I'm trying to create more videos to be able to share about the progress of the studio and everything. But also, I don't know what I was going to say. I will say, and I'll be honest, even though I manage my anxiety pretty well, today was a hard day. And not for anything bad or negative, but I think just the wanting to do well and making sure the studio succeeds and we have what people want. Yeah, today was a hard day in managing all of that for me. And for Herschel, it was a good day because he was busy and taking care of things in the studio and everything, and just doesn't see things the same way that I see them, and things don't worry him in the same way things worry me. So, but I can appreciate that he just kind of lets me have my moments and knows that I will come back to earth when I'm able to do so. So, I have been using this one, which is about the same size as that one. I do want to make some little butterflies, but for right now, I think what I need more states. So we're going to make more states. You're not supposed to handle greenware really a whole lot, but I mean, I've got to get it because you don't want the edges to curl. Okay, so now I need to re-roll this. So can you see? Yeah, you guys can see the pieces that have been made. Okay, I'm gonna add some more clay into this. So once it gets rolled out and everything, then it really is just like making cookies. Sorry guys, I'm quiet because I'm trying to make sure I get this right. So the one tool I don't have, and I honestly don't know what they call it, but it's kind of like a little spatula thingy that they do this with it, and I guess it's to smooth whatever bubbles and lines might be in it. So I've just been kind of doing it with my hand. I don't know that that's, well, I'm pretty sure it's not the right way to do it, but I do it.
As long as it works.
Yeah. Okay, so that has made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 so far. And what I'm going to do now is start to transfer them over here. But at the same time, should I do just these plain?
Yeah, I think plain for those are good.
And I'll do some of them with a hole?
Yeah.
See, I don't know where my Zeta takes some of my tools sometimes. So I do need to put holes in these. So this is kind of how I do my holes. Just like, wait, just like that. See? Yeah. Kind of press it down. And then I'm going to lay these on a paper towel. Oh, okay, I gotta re-roll that one. Smush my big thumb into it. What's wrong?
Second said to be low fire, white glaze, or white clay.
Yes, it's extra white, low fire. Why?
I'm just curious.
Rolling these out a little bit thinner because I think some of those are a little thick. Okay, so I'm gonna try making some of these. Okay, so this is kind of the moment of truth. I'm going to try this out. But do you see this? This is a rubber stamp that I made, and it's a rubber stamp of Mount Rainier. So we're going to see how this imprints. Oh, those are too small. Okay, we're not going to see how this imprints. I wonder if it's big enough, ooh, I can do this on the state. It'll fit on the state.
Will it?
I think so. Okay, we're gonna try this out. Okay, well that didn't work so well. Well,
It's not bad.
I think I should have brushed this off first. Okay, but this is actually kind of, okay, can you see this? I don't think you can.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, now they.
Okay, so you can see in my stamp here, all these carvings out is to carve out around the mountain. And so some of that imprints on there, but I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing.
It's like sun.
Because it's kind of like the earth, like the earth around it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? And then there's also some crinkles up here, but that's kind of like the sky.
Yeah.
So I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can fire this now because it's got rubber in it, but I can use this to clean that out.
Right. True.
Yeah. So yeah, I made this rubber stamp the other night. So I got an image of Mount Rainier off the like US geological website or something like that. And then I traced it. And then I rubbed my tracing onto the rubber stamp. And then I cut out around it. Okay, so yeah, this will actually help me to kind of clean it out. But I think that might be kind of cool. I think that might work. So for these, where'd my stamp go? Okay, right here. I got this cool guy at the Clay Art Center where we get all of our supplies. And it's a really cool stamp. So it's etched out of wood.
Hey, come here for a second.
Hang on. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy right here. Stamp it in, nice even pressure. And then lift. And there we go. There you see. Wait. There you see. The only thing is, okay, I gotta do better. I've got to put more pressure up at the top.
Yeah.
So that's gonna get rolled in. I gotta keep this separate because that's
Can I try it?
Rubber pieces. Yeah, go for it.
I haven't done any of these, so I'm gonna try it. So, do you just put it anywhere?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you probably want to make sure it's centered, but if I press too hard, you'll go through it.
And I probably pressed a little too hard.
Oh.
Boom! Look at that.
Okay,
Look at that.
that's good. It's great. Hershey did great. See, Hershey can be an artist too. Not saying that I'm an artist, but.
I pressed on the head first.
Okay, so with this one, T A M C and O. So we're gonna do some stamping with this. T-A-C-O-M-A. T A C O M A. All right. What do you guys think? Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it up close. Yeah. Okay. I like that concept. Look.
What is it? Tacoma?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool. That's real cool.
So that I think would have to be made into a magnet.
That's real cool.
Because I don't know where I'd put the hole.
Right.
I mean, I could put it through the octopus's head, but I'd rather not. Okay. There we have it, guys. Another one. Another finished one. And then we'll do another one. Just like so. Let's mix this one up a little bit. So we've got a G. Where's my R? That's not an R, that's a T. But I'll take the T. There's an R. I need an I. So G-R-I-T. I need a big C, and I need a little Y. So, my big G, G, R, I. That's like way off. Oh well. Grit. And then we've got C. Okay, so we've got a grit city. And I chose the octopus because that is kind of an emblem of Tacoma. Goes back to Gertie's ghost, which there's a octopus that lives in the wreckage of Galloping Gertie, which is the suspension bridge, right? Suspension?
Yeah, it's the Narrows Bridge.
It was the Narrows Bridge. Okay, so let me continue to roll this out. How's it going, guys? Oh yeah, there's a bubble for sure. I don't want bubbles in my stuff. I might have to re-roll this. Woo! That came right up. Yeah, I can see that there's bubbles. And if there's bubbles, I think those will pop when they, like, it'll shatter when it fires. We're gonna try this one out right here. Then, if I have a M, I already have my T out here. Let's see. I don't have an E out here, do I? No. So a little E. A little E. There's a little E. Okay. What do you guys think of this one? I can clean up the edges once it gets a little harder. But think that looks pretty darn good. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good.
I'll do this as I'll punch a hole. I wish I had, actually. Now what? Any? Oh, sorry.
That looks really good, actually.
Good job. You're learning very good. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. What looks good?
The
Mount
what?
Rainier?
Yeah.
I think I'll make some more of those.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think these types of things will be very popular, especially for people who visit. There's so many people today that came in that were visitors.
Well, and the one guy I was talking to said that people are always looking for things that say Tacoma.
Yeah.
I feel, oh, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do with these little tools. I forget that I have little tools to help me. Where's my...
Yeah, I've always said I think the big things are like going to be Mount Rainier because that's just iconic. I think anything that says Tacoma, Grit City, State of Washington, Space Needle, we need to get something.
Okay, so we're gonna do more of the Mount Rainiers. These look so naked. I feel like they need to have something, but maybe that's okay. Okay. Ugh, I got my nails in it. Maybe I can just smooth it. What are you laughing at? Okay. So we're gonna rock with Mount Rainier again.
Man.
Hope for the best. Good. Okay, and then these are gonna get. All right. Whew. That took some concentration.
Looks great.
Thanks. Let's see. Okay, so I need to maneuver these around a little bit on here.
Can you make me a little test product?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be of anything. I mean, obviously it needs to be big enough, but it can have the word test across it or whatever.
Okay. So there's those pieces there. I just hope they dry flat. So you can see there are some imperfections, but that's what makes it handmade, right? It's what makes it artisanal. I think one of my favorite, I really like the Mount Rainier, and I actually am really impressed with myself that I was able to carve that out and make my own stamp.
She was about to discard that stamp, and I was like, it looks good.
No, not that one. Or was it?
It was that one. And it looks actually pretty good.
Thanks. Okay, so I still have a lot of clay to go. But I also have more pieces I need to make because I need to have enough supply to keep up with the demand. So I need another sheet.
You want me to go get it?
Yeah, can you? And some more paper towels, please. Thanks. I'm gonna move these to right here. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My hands are feeling crusty.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Let's find my, oh, there's my heart. Yeah. I gotta restart that one. This can be your test piece.
Okay,
I messed up.
cool.
Okay, sorry, I realize I haven't been saying anything in like the last 10 minutes. um, but anyway, you can see I still have quite a bit of clay to work with here tonight. I think I'm gonna take a quick break and get a drink, and then I'm gonna be back at it so I can get through this clay tonight. Let me move this up now. Oh, is it all the way up?
Yeah, it's all the way up, baby.
Oh, okay. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. Wow, for the last hour and 11 minutes and watching me work. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep plugging at it. These will get fired hopefully next week, and then they'll be ready in the studio for our grand opening day, which will be Saturday, September 7th. So we're officially going to be open completely our regular hours starting on Tuesday, September 3rd, although we've already been kind of open with some soft hours here and there, still getting the studio prepped. But we'll officially be open on September 3rd, and then to kind of welcome our grand opening celebration will be the 7th, and these pieces will be available at that time. If you have any questions, any feedback in terms of my technique, because I just learned, I appreciate that. Any suggestions on things that you think would be cool, depending on what they are, I may or may not be able to do that. But I am down for good artistic challenges. That I feel like this keeps my brain young. But yeah, this was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys learned something. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully I'll maybe see some of you guys in the studio. So that's it for me. Thanks, guys. Bye.